Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we have a special LEGO Dimensions video for you. This is the Lego Springfield Hub World Tour. And at the very end of the video, we actually find a Kung Fu Panda Easter egg that might be leading to some possibilities of some Kung Fu Panda sets, maybe in Year 2 content. I almost said Wave 2. The Simpsons level or fun pack. You need a Simpsons character in order to access the Simpsons Hub Worlds, and unfortunately you can't just use the starter pack kit or any of those characters. You actually have to have either the Homer level pack or the Bart or Krusty fun packs, at least at this point. I don't think there's any other Simpsons content planned at this point, but you never know. It'd be fun to see the rest of the family, and you know, Lisa and her saxophone, and of course you never know, you see a Duplo version of old Maggie. That would be pretty funny, huh? Oh, I love it when they're Duplo. All right, so we have gone to our portal hub. We have selected the Simpsons Hub World, and now we're going to go ahead and hop in. Now, you can see we do have one gold brick we got when we were kind of showing off the Krusty kit, and we also have no renovations or red bricks as of now, but we do find a couple of these, and keep in mind, this is not like an official free roam video. This isn't specifically to get gold bricks or anything like that, hence why they weren't noted on the main menu screen there. This is just for fun. We're just kind of cruising around. We got Homer out. We're going to roll around his little pink family wagon, and all right, so now depending on where you are in the area, it kind of actually will tell you kind of where you are on the map. Like there's a certain part where it says, you know, you're in Flanders House, and you know, if you go over to Krusty Land and all these different places, and unfortunately it doesn't tell you like everybody's house. Like it would have been cool to be like, you know, Simpsons, Flanders, you know. I don't watch The Simpsons regularly enough to actually know everyone's house, so I'm sure some of you are probably like, oh my gosh, there's Milhouse's house, and oh my god, you know, but it is cool because I do know all of the familiar stuff like Lard's Donut, Lard's. Here I am bragging about stuff, and I'm already messing up, huh? And of course the elementary school, and don't forget the spooky cemetery, which we're gonna go check out right now. And this was kind of a weird deal, you know. I promise you I'm not Seymour Butts from Under the Bleachers, although I'm trying to show off. I'm trying to get the camera to show off the sign on the cemetery because it has kind of a funny little, you know, come for the funerals and stay for the pie, you know. Kind of funny stuff. So all right, so I said this was gonna be fun, and you know, we got to this end of this road here in the cemetery, and we were kind of like, well, there's this digging spot, I wonder what it is. And you know, we're kind of doing research for our free roam because we're still kind of toying with the whole notion of maybe coming and doing free roam. It's not required by any means. I know a couple of you have asked, but see, it's a lot of work. And, you know, the more of you ask, the more we'll be likely to do it, I guess is the easiest way to say it. So, you know, we're kind of testing the waters here, but also having fun. So we wanted to mix it up a little bit, and so we pulled out old Scooby. Not only can Scooby dig, but he can also follow the old clue trails here. So I've totally got a clue. And we're following it, and look at that, we find another dig pile. So another steamy pile of something or other there. And this time we pull up some... look at this. It's Lisa Slurry. It's like toxic. We saw this in the Simpsons level when we were inside the old nuclear power plant as well. But not really sure. I'm sure it's referencing to a specific episode or moment in The Simpsons, and I probably just have not seen that episode. But if you guys want, you can drop a comment down below and let me know if it's not already posted by somebody else. And I'm always into learning these things, so if I come back, especially in free roam, if I come back in the free roam and I do that, maybe I'll know what I'm talking about, huh? And I'll maybe even give you credit for teaching the teacher. All right, so we found another steamy pile. We got a turkey dinner. I'm not sure what's going on with the turkey dinner. That's something else. I don't know if there's a big deal that I'm missing there, but maybe they have a special Thanksgiving, Christmas. I don't know what it is, but there's another reference that later is why I say that. Oh, hey, look at that. That looks like a Scooby snack right there. And we'll go ahead and smash the old hamburger, and we find some bricks that we can build up into a Batarang terminal. So... all right, Scooby, see ya. We're going to go ahead and call on Mr. Batman. Now, I got to say, I don't know why it takes some characters a really long time to appear on screen. You know, Batman is one of the starter pack characters. Like, I could see one of the new characters, like maybe a character you've never used before, taking a long time. But Batman, and I mean, I haven't used him on this level, in this hub world, but I mean, come on, I've used Batman like crazy playing this game, so. Anyhow, we use the Batarang once he finally shows up, and inside we find ourselves a gold brick. Now, I told you we were preparing for free roam, and that we probably weren't going to be collecting the gold brick, so we're actually not going to grab that. Oh, no, wait, we are. No, wait, we're not. I don't know. What do you think? Should I grab it? Of course I should grab it. I spent all that time chasing around that clue, and now I got it. So, yeah, we're going to go grab that. That's right. I was just trying to fool you. All right, so we're getting up there. We got a few. Now, keep in mind, this is our exploratory account. I know, I've played this game a lot. Pretty much everything you've seen me do, I've already done once before. So think about that. I think we got like 60 videos or something like that as of this recording. So that's like 120 feats that I've done already. So, all right. So we got a bunch of renovations. I actually do the renovations all later, kind of one swooping pass. I pull out old Wonder Woman and we fly around and nail them all at once. But yeah, we'll come back to that. And, you know, we were running around in the school, and I noticed the old chalkboard was empty, so I figured maybe we'd call on Bart, because we all know he spends quite a lot of time chalking up the chalkboard. And so here we are again, waiting, like, and I'll be honest, I have this sped up just a little bit, like, a little bit. And so, I mean, that's even a little faster than real time, so it took quite a while. And we got him out, and he's got his little trusty slingshot here. Unfortunately, we couldn't target the mayor. And I guess we don't really need to. I'm just not a huge fan of the Simpsons mayor. I'm a big fan of the old Mayor West from Family Guy, which, you know, I talked to Easter eggs, and we've talked a little bit here and there about, you know, sets we'd like to see in future. You know, we already know all of the waves and content for year 1 content. And we also know that there is going to be year 2 content at some time. So watch out for that fire hydrant there. It was a little more sturdy than you might think. But basically, as I drive up the backside hill up to the radio tower up here, you know, what other sets would you guys like to see? I mean, you know, I found this Kung Fu Panda reference, and we've also seen Nemo, you know, but I don't know, are they going to do, Disney already has their own stuff, so it's kind of like, why? I don't really expect to see those appearing, but you never know. They might end up showing up. And if you're here and you're following along with us, which, you know, I don't necessarily recommend because we're not doing everything. We're just kind of tooling around, and we're gonna actually ride some rides here in a bit and some other stuff. But feel free, if you are following along with us, to go ahead and, you know, buy those renovations, assuming you've got the money to do it. We've got plenty of studdage laying around, and we thought this would be kind of a nice place. There is a little bit of a higher peak that we could take a look at the city on, and there's the radio tower up over there. And, oh, look at that. There's a race up there. And Bart, look at that. He's like, I'll go get that. We actually don't make it up there, so sorry about that if I was teasing you. There's some water down below. Don't jump, Bart. Don't jump. But pretty cool. The whole area is awesome, and that's going to wrap it. No, I'm just kidding. I told you we were going to do a bunch of stuff. This video's long. This video's way long. I don't know why I'm just invested into fooling you guys today. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it fun and light. Oh, speaking of fun and light, you ready to see an epic fail? Watch this. This little sprinter car is a little squirrely, especially on the turns. And this requires a 180-degree turn. And then the camera's a little bit funny. It's certainly a funny angle. And I did not make it in time. And I thought, well, I could go back and start that over again. But most likely I'm going to fail again. And I'd rather save those races and the humiliation of those on camera for if we really do finish up the free roam and come back and get all those. Now, there is a jump that takes us off into Never Never Land right there. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be cool. Never Never Land. There's another thought. You know, Peter Pan and you know, Captain Hook. That's an interesting thought, huh? I haven't really thought about Lego Peter Pan before. So, you know, again, I'd love to hear your comments down below. You know, every once in a while, we send like a rogue letter or a tweet or email or something to TT Games. So, you know, and if you guys have like an epic idea, we'll include that in there. And if it ever comes to fruition, we'll obviously give credit where it's due. But, you know, we don't really have a relationship with TT Games, unfortunately. We know that they're aware of us. You know, we've met with them at a couple of video game shows. We've sent our cards and we've sent stickers and all sorts of stuff with some of their reps and some of their peeps and some of the designers of the game. We've got to talk to a lot of people involved, but we've never really met that one person that we've been able to, like, you know, continue a connection with. So if you're out there, hit us up, Brian at HappyThumbsGaming.com, or send us a tweet. We'd love to build a relationship with you guys. And but what I was saying is, you know, if you guys have an awesome idea, you know, we would love to present that along with our ideas and hopes of seeing these things. Because, you know, like Back to the Future was one thing I always talked about. Like in all the older games, you know, when we were doing like Lego Batman 2, or, you know, maybe even Pirates of the Caribbean, or, you know, something a while back that we did, you know, Back to the Future was one of the main things that I was always like, oh, I wish I would see that. And same with Ghostbusters. And they actually brought both of those to life in Dimensions. And although I'd still like to see standalone games of both, I think they've pretty much covered most of the stuff that they could cover. And it's tough. You got to figure a game, you know, if you try to break down, like, let's say you break down the 3 Back to the Future movies, although they've kind of given us a sampler of all of the movies and what's available in the movies, there's certainly a lot of stuff they could do. But, I mean, you'd have to kind of create some new stuff. And I don't know, you know, the fans are kind of picky. You know, when you do something like that, it's like there's going to be a certain amount of fans that are like, yes, new stuff, old content, this is great. And other people are like, you broke it. Why did you take something that wasn't broken and you broke it? You know, like, so it's tough. And oh, I know this one, the old Springfield Canyon jump, huh? The old gorge, and oh, look at that. That's right. Homer continues to get ran down by Bart. I don't know if you watched our, which video was that? Oh, it was the Bart. It was the Bart video. When we unboxed and built Bart Simpson's pack, we ran over Homer quite a bit. It was kind of funny. And look, I know this one too. It's the old snowplow. See, I watched, or Mr. Plow, I watched The Simpsons for a long time. And, you know, there wasn't like a specific moment that I stopped like watching it. It's not like I don't like it. I've actually been watching it a lot as of late because they've been doing all those every Simpsons ever on FXX. But anyways. So we saw Mr. Plow out there. So there's all sorts of little random Easter eggs. Whether or not they will, you know, ever amount to much more than just kind of a, you know, a notification or a remembrance or homage, whichever you want to call it. It's certainly nice to see all of these things. And like I said, I'm sure I'm missing some of these things, you know. We get to see some itchy and scratchy moments. And speaking of which, yeah, there's a kind of a maybe a not safe for work situation coming up. The developers might need to take a look at this and maybe make an adjustment, because certainly depending on camera angles and such, there's some questionable things. And we always try to keep it PG-13 around here, but it's kind of unmissable, especially in the way that we came across it. So anyhow, we're up at the top of the hill, the backside of the gorge here. We're actually going to take this jump, and it's going to flail us down, right down to where we just started up on that path and went up there. And basically what we've done is we've left kind of Krusty Land for kind of like the best for last type of situation here. And we can see there's the old aliens. Oh, but in the background, I see that red brick robot, and I'm off. I'm Pune, or trying to be Pune anyways, because there's nothing faster than Pune. And I'm going to rail around this corner and this next one too. And I thought he fooled me, and luckily for me, I'm just a tad bit faster. So I highly recommend using a flying character or a vehicle and not trying to chase those guys down on foot, because I don't think you'll ever catch them. You might, depending on the character, you might, but... All right, here we are. We're back here, and we can see that we've got the old spaceship. It's Kang or Kodos. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. But this was a little tricky. You certainly have to lead these guys. And luckily for us, there's quite a bit of time available to do this. And I don't know, maybe I got lucky. I wasn't really paying attention to the clock. I was actually trying not to be a complete noob here. But, you know, it's tough because you can single shot or you can hold it down and fire. But I'm firing at about the fastest rate you can. So I finally just give up, and I'm pressing the button down and just kind of firing with it. But then I'm like, oh no, single shots are better. So I start firing single shot, and it seems to almost fire a little faster, but oh my, I did not realize how close I was to not getting that. Go back and look at that. I don't know if you can get any closer. Now, I was trying to redeem myself here. I thought, okay, I got an idea of what needs to be done. I know I can shoot a little faster if I pull the trigger rapidly. Okay, I got this. I got this. Clearly, no, I don't. I'm failing miserably. There's no way. There's less than 12 seconds left now. Oh, I got a couple of them. Maybe I'm going to make a comeback. Comeback of the year, maybe? Nope. So yeah, my only suggestion in this is you certainly want to lead these guys as they're running from right to left. You know, lead the bullets right out in front of them, and hopefully it'll make it in the right time. So, all right, here we are over at, what is it, Lad's Donuts? Yeah, all right. So I see this giant guy here, the old donut guy. Now I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure though you have to have all 10 mini kits from the level in order to access this. I might be wrong on that, but I know that in the end the mini kits actually build up this giant donut dude, and it's Lard Lads. That's what it is, right? I'll get it right one of these days. But all right, speaking of getting it right, you have 5 fails that it will accept here, but essentially you have to hit the QuickTime event, or the QTE over there on the right, and just hit the icon indicated that pops up, and once you get this all the way down, you get rewarded with a gold brick. I thought it was going to be something a lot cooler, you know, because again, I walked up to this thinking that this was something that you had to do extra work in order to have available to you. Because I don't know if you've gone to any of the starter pack hub worlds and you haven't gotten all 10 mini kits, or like say in the Lego movie stuff, it'll tell you have to get certain mini kits in a level in order to access things. So that being said, I got the gold brick and I thought, okay, I'm going to try this again, because I bet you if you fail, he slams a donut on you or steps on you or something, because you know he comes to life in more than one episode, if my memory is correct. So you know, anyways, I thought this might be a nice little fun Easter egg too, but no. Look, I looked pretty much like Homer just did in real life. You know, pretty sad, like. And all right, so we're kind of running out of things to check out as far as this overall area goes. We still got lots of stuff to do. And speaking of which, there's a bowling alley, and we're going to go ahead and do some bowling. But I figured, you know what, I thought, okay, here I am thinking again, trying to create things out of nothing. Okay, we got a chance to get a strike here. I wonder if we get all these down, if we get something cool for it. So I flip on over to Angry Homer, and I fail with a couple of belly bounces, and I don't quite get the strike, but I do get all of them knocked down eventually. And look at that, it's raining stunts, hallelujah. All right, it just sprinkled. It wasn't really raining. It just tinkled a little bit on us. All right, so I'm still kind of upset about things because there was no special anything going on. So I destroy everything because I'm Angry Homer. Roar! Dope. All right, back to normal size, and all right, whoa, we got a little newspaper over here. What's it say? Old man yells at cloud. Ah, it sounds about like Grandpa Simpson, huh? And what do we got over here? We got Aztec. Is this is like is this a theater? I don't remember. I think it's a movie theater. It looks like it's a movie theater. Can't remember if there is like a play, like a, you know, Broadway thing or not. I think it's a movie theater though. You guys can tell me. Tell me how terrible I am at Simpsons. History. All right, over here we got this parking garage. We're going to use Wild Style and a Relic Scan to go ahead and reveal some blocks that we can build up. And them blocks build up a Batarang terminal, so we're going to get our Batarang on, and it opens up the door. No more locked doors. Gracias. And all right, oh, smash the treasure chest, and we find ourselves another gold brick. So, yeah, buddy. And all right, so what's next? Even Batman was like, I don't know, what am I doing here? And all right, so we got Krusty Land in the background. You guys ready to check out Krusty Land yet? Well, you better hold on tight, because it's not time yet. We're gonna go over to the Sleep Easy Motel and see if there's anything going on over here. Good rates and fun movies. That's a little suspect, I think. All right, inside the main lobby here, we've got a repairable stud block in the back there. We didn't feel the need to pull out anybody to get... It looks like, you know, Doctor Who or Emmett or somebody like that. Somebody with the blue block repair ability. And a couple of rooms open. I noticed there's a door open upstairs. I tried to make that balcony jump, and I thought, I'm not going to go back up there if there's nothing up there. But I make it around the corner, and sure enough, there's a door open, so... You know, I took the bait, and I ran up here, and there's nothing. Although there is some fresh fruit. Looks like the continental breakfast. And so what's up with this? I've never stayed in a hotel that has two, like, twin or single beds, as well as, like, a queen or king in there. I don't know, you know, obviously that was some sort of a suite, because it was pretty sweet. I don't know. All right, we're going to switch on over to Bart and do some putt-putt. And it turns out we made the right choice because there are 3 targets scattered throughout the putt-putt course. Unfortunately, there's only 3 holes. It would have been a lot cooler if there was a full 9 because it would have been a cool mini game or something to play. And you can see there's a castle and there's some stuff locked up inside. And so we also find Abraham clicking his heels over here like he's not in Kansas anymore. And this one was a little trickier. It's all about the timing here. And I thought I had the timing down right, but 3rd time's a charm. The old rule of 3. And sometimes it's done on purpose and sometimes it's accidental. All right, on the 3rd little hole over here, we find ourselves a grapple point. And we're going to need to call on the old Batman. I guess Wonder Woman would have done the trick as well. I don't know if there's anybody else that can do single grapples. I know there's a couple vehicles that can do triple grapples, but... Anyways, use the grapple hook, pull the pieces down, and build them up into a little weighted switch here. And luckily for us, it opens up and gives us access to the 3rd target, but you actually need to be standing onto it with the person. Batarang did not work. I don't know if you saw it or not. I tried, but it did not work. And look at that. It opens up, and we got another treasure. We'll go ahead and run around and check it out. Couple butt slams. What's our sprinter doing in here? Sometimes these vehicles spawn in the most peculiar places. Remember seeing the Batmobile spawn in a couple of those levels during our story mode stuff? It was pretty insane. All right, butt slam your way to glory. Grab all them studs and, you know, obviously roll out or wherever you want next. But we're going to head, guess what? That's pretty much it. So we're going to call on our good friend, old Krusty. Actually, we still got Krusty Burger to check out over here. And I think we even, yep, this is when we do the first of our renovations. So we got the Quickie Mart. We got to have the Quickie Mart. Like, I wasn't going to do the renovations, honestly, when I was doing this. I was just kind of running around checking it out. But then once I saw the Quickie Mart wasn't here and we had to pay for it, I mean, it wouldn't be a tour of Springfield without coming to the Quickie Mart, right? So we see... we got Abu in here, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a nice butt slam because we're a respectable young man, right? No, kids don't do that at home, especially you, Reese. And all right, so thank you. Come again. We've spent some time in the Quickie Mart, and like I said, we're gonna call on old Krusty. Hey, kids. And we figured what a better way to travel up and through Krusty Land than with Krusty himself, right? So we take a little cruise around on our little, I don't remember what this little bike's called, but it's clown car bike, I think is what it's called, but pretty awesome regardless. I like the little ice cream cone exhaust coming out the back. And this got a little crazy here too. I'm not sure why, but it like built the entrance like right on top of us. And then I'm kind of stuck here, and then we get like this weird kind of undercarriage shot there. And, all right, we finally get ourselves free, and we're going to drive right through the mouth. I didn't get the best angle with the camera there, but you got the point. And, all right, you got a Ferris wheel on the left, and, ooh, look at this. We got some rainbow blocks that we can bust open. I'm having a hard time. This thing seems to be pulling to the left. You know how when you go to, like, Walmart or your local shopping store, and, oh, there's one of those itchy and scratchy statues. We skipped over that one. We'll come back to that. But you know, you go to like your local grocery store and you grab a cart and that one just has that bad wheel and it just pulls hard to the left. That's what the old clown car was doing there for me. And all right, so we're gonna make our way up and away. I thought maybe we might be able to get into this. I don't know. They're like some sort of like wrecking balls there on that. I think it's what is it? Itchy or scratchy? I don't know. One of them's holding that. But I make my way all the way up to the Duff Man, and or actually, is this Duff Man? Duff Man I always forget because it looks like he's got like a nuclear, but isn't Duff a nuclear like all one thing? Tell me down below in the comments. Tell me how horribly wrong or right I am, and we'll make it through this together. And all right, so next I want to pay close attention. You can see there's this railroad track for a roller coaster, but there doesn't seem to be any roller coaster going around. However, you can call on your vehicle of choice and ride this ramp down here. So right in between the old roller coaster and the Duff Man or nuclear, whatever that is, Orbit Man, or it seems like there's a name. But anyways, ride it around and woohoo! The only problem is it dumps us out and takes us out of the park. So I switch characters quickly to remain inside the park, and we take a quick peek at the rest of the railroad, or the roller coaster. I don't know why I keep calling it a railroad track. I guess I'm needing to go and ride a train. I don't know. Got the old Swayze Express, huh? All right. Anyhow, we are making our way through this. We do have some area. I know I promised you a little Easter egg at the end here, and that's still coming up. And, you know, in fact, I should have mentioned, there is a quick link. We almost always have quick links for all that stuff, and I will put a quick link down below. So there should be one for the Easter egg specifically, because, you know, if you guys just came here just to see that, you know, and I might even make a special video just for the Easter egg. But the way this one was recorded, because I kind of stumbled on it, it wasn't necessarily super informative. It was just kind of like, oh, there it is. So if you're trying to find it yourself, this video might not be the best. So I might do another take on it, and we'll see. I did destroy the Easter egg, so assuming it respawns when you leave and come back, which I'm sure it does. But all right, so okay, let's talk about this statue right here. I don't know how I feel about this, because I know it's supposed to be, you know, cat and mouse chasing each other, but the placement certainly seems a little bit questionable. So apologize, kids. Look the other way. Parents, you know, I don't know if we... I don't know. You know, we're in a society where so much is allowed that shouldn't be. You know, I don't know if it's worth making a stink over or not. You know, I certainly am not going to be pointing that out to Reese, although he does watch a lot of these videos on his own. You know, it's not going to be something I directly point at. It's just one of those things that probably could have been avoided, or probably should be updated and changed. I don't know. Maybe I'm making something out of nothing. But anyhow, I'm speaking of something out of nothing. I finally get inside. I tried with 2 different characters, like 4 different ways to get inside and ride the old swinging pirate ship, or Krusty the Clown King ship. I don't know what this one really is. At our fair every year, it's always a big pirate ship. Arr, but all right, so we've got pretty much all of Krusty Land taken care of now, and we saw this series of jumps over here, and we thought we'd like to try it. So we've seen all the good and the bad of Krusty Land, and we are out of here. So I kind of mix it up here. I hop on over to the Sprinter, which it's got weird suspension and wheels, so it kind of bounces more than it hops. So unfortunately, I couldn't make the double jump, and I had to call on the old clown car bike. So ready? We're gonna get our pew. All right, it drops us down below, and I do a 180 just because, you know, I'm a show off. And, you know, last but not least, there is this kind of little secret area over here. I don't know if I'd call it secret area, but we're going to head that way. But we're also going to do some renovating on the way. We got plenty of studdage that we've collected. We've got the 2X red brick on, so we're getting double of everything we find. So, you know, 35K here is not going to kill us. I mean, we didn't just gain it back right there like we normally would, you know, with a 33,800 and, what is it, 50? Something like that, 38, 50, 30. It's been a while since I've had that large of a multiplier, so. Oh, and I forgot, we do take one little detour, and we do some melting. We call on old Cyborg here, and I try to switch, but I end up hopping on. Have you ever had that problem where you try to switch characters, but yeah, I know a lot of you use the toggle buttons, and so some of you will say, well, if you just use it, I never have good luck with that. Like, it never toggles to the character I want. Like, I have much better luck pointing, you know, the joystick towards the character I want and hitting triangle. And I don't know how I failed this either. That was weird. There's clearly a time limit on this, or maybe I just was terrible. I was trying to melt it all the way, but you have to create like this little, I don't know, some sort of a gateway looking thing, and open the door, and inside you find, what do we find? It's the mayor. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not sure. There's probably something in here. I mean, if you look at the compass down at the bottom, there's no gold brick, there's no quest, there's no nothing. It's just the mayor getting down in here. So probably another Easter egg, a little reference to an episode or something that I did not see yet. And, you know, I noticed, too, on the way out, doing the whole butt slams on these chairs is actually quite rewarding with studs. So I get mine for getting in there, because it was kind of a waste of time in a sense. I mean, I guess it's cool seeing the mayor shake his thing, but anyways, here we are in front of this elementary school. 60K will get us built up and back to how things should be. And look at that. Really? We paid 60K for some trees and bushes? That's a lot. I didn't go back in the classrooms. I should have gone back in there, because you know what? There might be writing or something on the wall. Something may be different. And I thought there was a renovation up in the cemetery. I thought I remember coming up here and seeing something, but I'm not seeing it on the compass. So, you know, I try to show off and beat up these angels and think there's something here. Nothing. So, all right, so we're going to call on our flying friend now. What's up, Wonder Woman? And she's going to help us get to the next couple of renovations so that we can fix this up and get on out of here. The next one's just the jukebox. And it doesn't really do me any good because we've got the music turned off in the options. I know I've mentioned this before, but, you know, just to avoid any possible copyright, you know, infringement, we leave the music off. Because a lot of times, like, you know, although the games companies and stuff are okay with us using the footage and stuff, like I don't think TT Games minds. They've never said. Like I said, I post my videos on their Twitter and on their Facebook and all sorts of places. And I know they know we exist. We've handed stuff out. We've talked to them. And they've never said anything bad about it. And I thought Springfield had a renovation, but it turns out it didn't. But, you know, some of the songs that they use in the games can cause conflict. And, you know, we've had some of the Lord of the Rings things not be usable. In fact, we've had to redo some videos or turn them off completely and not do them because there's too much audio or too much something. So, in fact, sometimes we've even turned the audio off completely. All right, so we're going to do a little showing off. I actually completely forgot that we found this. They're up on the back left side of the area, up to the left of the Springfield Mountain and the sign there. There is this kind of little nook or cranny on the side of this other mountain. So it took me a minute. As you can see, I'm kind of standing there. You're wondering what I'm doing. It took me a minute to find Chell of my pile of minifigs here. And I go ahead and shoot a portal on both sides to go ahead and get in there and get that. So a nice little portal reference too. So far we've seen quite a few things. You know, we've needed a character with the heat ray ability, which required, you know, a DC character. We've seen obviously Wonder Woman's flying us around. We didn't need her, but her lasso comes in handy every once in a while too. And you know, of course, the Simpson characters have all been a part. So it was nice to see just a good mix of everybody. And you know, talk about a waste of money. Like I know it's a renovation. It's just something cool they did, but. You know, God, I'm glad we got a lot of money because I would have been a little upset having to, you know, renovate that, and that's all it was. So, and all right, you know, there's some studdage here and there and whatever, but I think we're gonna roll on out. Yep, it's about that time. We're gonna fly through on our own here, see if we can see anything cool. Pretend to be a roller coaster and fail miserably. And all right, so okay. We're going to fly now to the underground area. If you are doing the free roam and you've been collecting all of the collectibles, you might notice that there's a couple gold bricks that actually show below, like the arrows pointing down below us. And you might have noticed there's these weird kind of like tunnel ways that you can drive into. And when you get to the bottom, there is like this big water spot. And it may look like nothing, but it turns out if you have a character with the swimming ability, and we do, Wonder Woman's a pretty good swimmer, you can swim down and around here, and there's actually a little rock canyon here. Rock lobster. Oh, that's the wrong game. Sorry. We're gonna go through this rock canyon here, and we find ourselves out in what appears to be kind of the middle of the ocean here. But if we swim further down, ooh-wee! What do we find down here? All right, so pretty cool. We find this little swimming area, and you know, we do find another reference to Nemo right away. And coincidentally, as of today, just a couple minutes ago, I saw the first posting of the Finding Dory trailer. So I don't know if they're in cahoots somehow, or if they're advertising, or if they're just fans of the movies and stuff. But certainly looks like Dory to me. I mean, obviously, there's lots of fish in the sea that look like Dory. But, you know, there's, you know, the little baby turtle. I mean, it looks like he's even got sunglasses on because he's super cool. And then, of course, the clownfish that looks like Nemo. Yeah, so, you know, lots of, and even some sharks over on the side there. So, and I saw, here's that other turkey dinner reference. I don't know if that's something specific or what I'm missing. It's probably somebody's house that I'm not catching. But maybe you could tell me down below in the comments if you happen to know. If you got a good guess, I would accept a guess as well. All right, we've got this other like trailer down here. I was hoping we'd see the boys, maybe find a rake-in or two, but no, it's not. I don't know what. See, again, I'm not sure what. I'm sure this is in reference to something. And inside there's even an old pirate and a couple of cannons, and inside he's even protecting what appears to be some treasure. He's got some gems in there. But, you know, I'm not, well, if it's a specific reference, it's not landing. Maybe there's going to be some year 2 content with Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be against revisiting some of that stuff, and there's been more movies since the games, hasn't there? So, I mean, anyways. All right, so now we're getting into the good stuff. I promised an Easter egg, and we're about ready to find it. And, all right, so there is the Nether. You can't go any further down there. It's kind of sad, actually. We go all the way down, and then you get stuck. And then I decided, okay, I want to go back up. But yeah, I hope nobody's claustrophobic. Look how far away from the surface we are. It's ways up there. But here's the Kung Fu Panda. I was like, KFP. I was trying to figure it out. It's a panda, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a Kung Fu Panda. But I mean, KFP and a panda, come on. That's got to be, right, guys? I mean, so tell me what you guys think. What are your thoughts about this? Is there going to be Kung Fu Panda sets? Is it too close to the Disney Infinity stuff? I don't even know if there is Kung Fu Panda figures and stuff for the Disney Infinity series. I've never played it. I know. Guilty. But, all right, that's going to go ahead and do it. You let us know what you think, and if you can correct or deliver any information that I misdelivered, please let us know down below in the comments. And as always, head on over to our social pages over at Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below. We certainly thrive off your feedback. You know, we've been kind of noticing that there's a little bit of a decrease in our views on these videos. So are you guys sick of Lego Dimensions? Do you want to see something else? I know a couple of new games have come out recently, and we chose not to cover them because we were doing Dimensions. So your feedback is key. Let us know what you want to see. Haha. All right, guys. As for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time. I was just trying to complete the rhyme.